A cat named Swan. Holly Hobbie. A kitten has no name, no family, and no home. The streets are big and cold, and are no place for a creature so small. He finds himself in a shelter, but he needs more than a roof to feel safe and loved. Then, finally, he is swept into caring arms and at last feels warm. He is brought to a comfortable house and given a name, and these things are his. This is perfect. This is home. Then he was alone. Where was his mother? What had happened to his brothers and sisters? They were gone. The streets were a place of constant danger. Yet day by day, he found enough food to eat. Day by day, he managed to elude the threats that surrounded him. He survived. One morning, though, he did not escape the peril that came down on him. But now there was food. Soon, when nothing harmed him or frightened him, he became afraid. The new place was safe. Boredom was better than misery. Then the boredom ended. He was swept up. There were voices and laughter. There was motion and sunshine and blue sky. He was swept away. Day by day, he learned about his new surroundings. He learned about the people there, their comings and goings, their voices and their touch. He learned the name they gave him, Swan. He learned about dog, its bark and bluster. Day by day, he learned about being here. After many days had passed, he learned that the house was his house. The yard was his yard. He learned that the people were his people and he was theirs. He belonged to them and they belonged to him. After many days had passed, he knew that the days would continue to come and go in the same way. Allison gave him breakfast in the kitchen before anyone else was up. "Good morning, Swan. How are you today?" "Oh, what a nice boy you are. What a pretty boy." After breakfast, he bounded into the outdoors, if it wasn't raining or snowing, to make his usual rounds of the stone wall, the apple tree, and the garden. Bumblebees made him buzz with excitement, and butterflies made him soar. He had several places for his morning nap. A patch of sun in the midst of Allison's houseplants was perfect. Sometimes he went upstairs to Molly's bed. Or he would doze in Allison's studio while she was working at her drawing table. "Hello, Swan. Is it time for your nap? What a sleepy boy." After lunch, he plunged into the outdoors again to hunt along the lilac hedge or chase leaves in the backyard or nimbly scramble up the towering maple tree. Birds cast a spell. Woody was almost always outside. And provoking Woody led to big barking excitement. If it was a warm day, he would take his afternoon nap under the low branches of the evergreen at the edge of the garden. Everyone returned home at the end of the day like a surprise. "Hi, Swanny," said Molly. "What have you been doing all day?" "There you are," said Bill. "Have you been taking good care of Allison? Does Swansea want Willie to pet him?" said Willie. "Oh, that feels good. What a lazy Swansea." Molly usually gave him his evening meal. "Who's going to get fat?" Molly said. "Who's getting a big belly?" He linked to lie under the table, listening, while the family had their dinner. He spent part of each evening thoroughly grooming himself. "Aren't those paws clean?" Allison said. They must be clean by now. Later he went to the living room to pick a lap to lie on. And there were plenty of places to sleep at night. There was his own bed in the kitchen, but there was also the couch in the living room. Or the folded blanket on the chair by the fireplace. But Swan's very favorite place to sleep was in Molly's bed. All curled up right next to Molly on her perfectly soft blanket. "What a beautiful boy," whispered Molly. "What a lovely Swan." Each day now was like that. Each day was perfect.